Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, August 11th, 2023. Today we're going to recap yesterday's MLB, WNBA, and the overnight FIFA games. Look at everything coming on today and the weekend, as well as other soccer, NFL preseason, golf, NASCAR, news and notes, and best bets. We have a loaded show today. All right, baseball's first. We had a long window yesterday, so we'll go over those games. Look ahead to tonight and the weekend. O's over the Astros 5-4. That was a big win for the O's as they avoid the sweep. Pirates over the Braves 7-5. Tigers over the Twins 3-0. Guardians over the Blue Jays 4-3. Cardinals over the Rays 5-2. Phillies over the Nationals 6-2. Red Sox over the Royals 2-0. And the Dodgers over the Rockies 2-1. I don't remember what best bet was. I think it was an over and it didn't hit. But I could be wrong. Oh, it was the over 5.5 Dodger runs, and they only scored a whopping 2. So that was lost. All right. So tonight's game, 6:40 of the Yankees at the Marlins. Collapsing teams from both leagues. Yanks, we don't know, and Jesus Luzardo's going for Miami. Miami minus 144, Yanks plus 122, over under 8, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Yankees plus 1.5 is minus 178, Marlins minus 1.5 is plus 146. I'm going to go with the under. Guardians, Rays, Xavier Curry, Aaron Savali, so the rematch of the wild card series from last year, and Savali against his old team already. Rays minus 220, Guardians plus 184, over under 8, overs minus 114, unders minus 106. Guardians plus 1.5 is minus 118, Rays minus 1.5 is minus 102. This is a hard one, but I also like the under. 7 o'clock, you have the Twins at the Phillies. Dallas Keuchel and Christopher Sanchez. So Dallas Keuchel, amazingly back in the league. Pitched well his first time out. Phils minus 162, Twins plus 136, over under 9.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Twins plus 1.5 is minus 144, Phillies minus 1.5 is plus 120. I like full game over. I don't know if Keuchel will repeat that performance. A's, Nats, two of the worst teams in the league. Paul Blackburn and Joan Adon. Nats minus 112, A's minus 104, over under 9, minus 110 each way. A's minus 1.5 is plus 158, Nats plus 1.5 is minus 192. A's favor on the run line, Nats favor on the money line. Paul Blackburn's the better pitcher, so I'm going to lay it with Oakland. I can't believe I'm picking Oakland. Minus 104. Reds, Pirates, Andrew Abbott and Johan Oviedo. Reds minus 104, Pittsburgh minus 112, over under 9, minus 110 each way. Reds minus 1.5 is plus 146, Pittsburgh plus 1.5 is minus 178. I am stunned that the Pirates are favored on the money line over the Reds. And Andrew Abbott has been really good for the Reds this year. So I'm going to go Reds minus 104 over the Pirates. That is stunning to me. I know the Reds collapsed, but still, it's Pittsburgh. Apple TV Plus at 7 o'clock, you have the Cubs at the Blue Jays. Javier Assad and Jose Barrios. Jays minus 162, Cubs plus 136, over under 9, minus 110 each way. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 154, Jays minus 1.5 is plus 128. I like the under, believe it or not. Braves, Mets. Charlie Morton and Tyler McGill. So Braves minus 186, Mets plus 156, over under 9.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Braves minus 1.5 is minus 118, Mets plus 1.5 is minus 102. The Mets have absolutely collapsed like crazy. But I like the under in that game. That first game, though. 5-4 Braves. Tigers, Red Sox. Tariq Skubal, Chris Sale. So Chris Sale's back for Boston. They're minus 142. The Tigers are plus 120, over under 9. Overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 162. Sox minus 1.5 is plus 134. So this is a good spot for Chris Sale to return. I don't think the Tigers are very good offensively. So this is a really good spot for Chris Sale. So I'm going to go with the full game under. 8 o'clock, Angels, Astros. Reed Detmers and Justin Verlander in a second start with Houston since the trade. Astros minus 178, Angels plus 150, over under 8.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115, Angels plus 1.5 is minus 137, Astros minus 1.5 is plus 114. This is a hard one, but I'm going to say over 4.5 Astro runs, minus 111. Brewers, White Sox. Corbin Burns, Michael Kopech. Brewers minus 176, White Sox plus 148, over under 8.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Brewers minus 1.5 is minus 108, White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 111. This is an interesting one. Kopech's been bad this year on the White Sox. Corbin Burns has been not good by his standards. I like the over in this game, kind of. Cards, Royals, Adam Wainwright and Dylan Coleman. Oof. Yikes. Cardinals minus 126, Royals plus 108, over under 11, minus 110 each way. Cards minus 1.5 is plus 115, Royals plus 1.5 is minus 137. I like the over. I know it's 11, but Wainwright has been the worst pitcher in the National League this year, arguably in all of baseball, and Coleman's been terrible too. 9:30 you have the Padres at the D-backs, Blake Snell and Ryan Nelson. Padres minus 164, D-backs plus 138, over under 9, overs minus 112, unders minus 108. Padres minus 1.5 is minus 102, D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 118. The Padres are kind of falling flat on their face a little bit. Ryan Nelson's not very good, as we know. This is a hard one. Blake Snell's been really good this season. I'm going to go with the full game under. Don't feel good about it. And the D-backs have fallen below 500. I never realized that. They collapsed too. 10 o'clock, you have the O's at the Mariners. This is a really good series. Now, Seattle's back in it after not doing anything at the trade deadline. Amazingly, it's them that was a seller and really didn't do much at the deadline, and they're like back in it. It happens. Kyle Gibson and Luis Castillo. And that's because they have a lot of talent. They were in the playoffs last year. So good for them. Mariners minus 146, O's plus 124, over under 7.5, overs minus 118, unders minus 104. O's plus 1.5 is minus 178, Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 146. I like the over. Don't trust Kyle Gibson. Rockies, Dodgers. Austin Gomber, Lance Lynn. Dodgers minus 295, Rockies plus 240, over under 8.5, overs minus 108, unders minus 112. Rocks plus 1.5 is plus 112, Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 134. Love the over. Love it. And then 10-15, you have the Rangers at the Giants, 2010 rematch. John Gray, Scott Alexander. Pick 'em minus 180 each way, over under 8, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 146, Giants plus 1.5 is minus 178. I like the Rangers at minus 108. And didn't Scott Alexander pitch, or wasn't he supposed to start yesterday for San Francisco, or Wednesday? Oh, they had an opener. It was Ryan Walker, and then it led into Minaya. Okay, that makes sense. Saturday, 1 o'clock, doubleheader game 1, Braves, Mets, Spencer Strider and Jose Quintana. 3 o'clock, Cubs, Jays, Justin Steele, Chris Bassett. 4 o'clock, Yanks, Marlins, Nestor Cortez, Sandy Alcantara. So the battle of disappointing aces from last year. Guardians, Rays, Gavin Williams and TBD for Tampa. Tigers, Red Sox, Matt Manning and Brian Balow. 6 o'clock, Twins, Phillies, Pablo Lopez and Taijuan Walker. A's, Nats at 7, Luis Medina and Jake Irvin. Reds, Pirates, Brendan Williamson and TBD. On Fox at 7:15, Angels, Astros, Tyler Anderson and JP France. I'm sure Fox was hoping and praying for Ohtani Verlander. They did not get that. Doubleheader game 2, Braves, Mets, TBD and TBD. Brewers, White Sox, Fox, Brandon Woodruff and Jesse Schultens. I'm surprised that's on Fox. Holy crap. The 2 Fox games should be Angels, Astros, and then Braves, Mets, solely because the Braves are awesome. Or Twins, Phillies could have been moved into Fox. Like, why didn't they do that? Cards Royals, Steven Matz and Cole Reagans. 8 o'clock Padres D-backs, Rich Hill, Zach Gallen. 9 o'clock Rangers Giants. Could have moved that into Fox. Andrew Heaney and Alex Cobb. Rocks Dodgers, Peter Lambert, Tony Gonsolin. And on Fox Sports 1, O's Mariners, Cole Irvin and George Kirby. Sunday, 12 o'clock on Peacock, Tigers Red Sox. Eduardo Rodriguez and Cutter Crawford. 1:30 Twins Phillies, Sonny Gray TBD. A's Nats, Ken Waldichuk, Trevor Williams. Reds Pirates, Luke Weaver, Mitch Keller. Cubs Blue Jays, Jamison Taillon and Hyun-Jin Ryu. Still in the 1:30 window. Yanks Marlins, Garrett Cole and Yuri Perez. That's an excellent pitching matchup. Guardians Rays, Tanner Bibbe and Zach Eflin. That's pretty good too. 2 o'clock Angels Astros, Chase Silseth and Jose Urquidy. Urquidy's been terrible this year for Houston. I understand he got hurt. Brewers White Sox, Freddie Peralta, Dylan Cease. 4 o'clock Rangers Giants, Dane Dunning and Logan Webb. O's Mariners, Kyle Bradish and Bryce Miller. Rockies Dodgers, Chris Flexen and Julio Urias. Padres D-backs, Seth Lugo and Brandon Effat. And Sunday Night Baseball, 7 o'clock, undeservingly so, Braves Mets. Yanni Chirinos, Cody Senga. Yeah, Yanks and Mets should be banned from Sunday Night Baseball for the rest of the season. Unless if, the Yankees somehow go on a 10-game winning streak and pull a Cubs or a Mariners that get hot and get back in the race. That's all it takes. I understand that. And the Mariners, we were looking at them as sellers, and then, a couple weeks later, it's holy crap, they're, in it now. So it happens. But, yeah, get the Mets off of Sunday Night Baseball. O's Mariners should be Sunday Night Baseball. Give Seattle the love and deserving respect it deserves. And same for the O's, although the O's got the Yankees game that they had their moment, and they showed America what they're capable of. Alrighty, the WNBA. We will go over the results from yesterday, look ahead to today and the weekend. Fever over the Lynx, 91-73. Mercury over the Sun, 90-84. The Storm over the Dream, 68-67. I called that outright upset, if I'm not mistaken. And I know I called the Indiana one. All right, 2 games tonight, 8 o'clock on Iron. You have the Sky and the Liberty from Barclays Center. The Liberty are favored. I just have to see the number. 12.5, totals 167.5. The Sky are tending to play a little better, which I like. The Liberty are coming off the Vegas win, and they're riding high right now. So I'm going to take Chicago getting the points. And at 10 o'clock on 9, you have the Mystics and the Aces. Aces are giving 18.5, totals 169.5. Maybe the Aces are looking ahead to the Liberty rematch a little bit. I knew they were going to have their kick-ass game. So I'm going to take the Mystics getting the points, too, just to hang around. Saturday, 7:30, Dream Sparks. 8 o'clock, Suns Wings. Sunday, pretty big window. 3 o'clock, ESPN, Liberty Fever. I would definitely look at taking the Indiana Fever that day. ESPN 3, Sky Mystics. 6 o'clock, NBA TV. You have the Mercury at the Storm. And 9 o'clock on CBS Sports Network, you have the Dream at the Aces. And then Tuesday the 15th is the big Commissioner's Cup game between the Liberty and the Aces. So that should be a lot of fun. All right, now move on to FIFA. We will go over the results from last night and this morning. Look ahead to the weekend. Spain over the Netherlands 2-1 in extra time. That was last night. And then overnight, Sweden over Japan 2-1, so Sweden moves on. And then overnight tonight, 3 o'clock a.m. on Fox, you have Australia and France. France is favored. Plus 110. Australia is plus 250. The draw is plus 210. The French women are very talented. I'm going to take them at plus 110 here. And then 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, you have England and Colombia. England's a big favorite. Colombia has been on a magical run. England's 2-1. Colombia's plus 650. The draw's plus 260. I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals at plus 150 for that one. And then the semifinals are Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Third place game is the 19th, so that is a week from Saturday. And then the final is on Sunday, August 20th. So we're looking forward to all that. All right, other soccer. We have a lot of other soccer. We will go over everything that's going on. So yesterday was just a lot of results from qualifying and whatnot for Europa and the Conference League. All right, so Leagues Cup tonight, 8 o'clock. Philadelphia and Querétaro. Querétaro and Philly were in the same group. And now Querétaro's on this magical run. And now they're playing against the first team they placed all tournament in Philadelphia, who had some magic lately. Like they won in penalty kicks against both the Mystics and the Red Bulls. And they're minus 250 home favorite. Querétaro's 5-1. The draw's plus 350. Philadelphia's not going to look past Querétaro. They're just not. I think Querétaro has a letdown, going over 3.5 goals plus 136. All right, it's Messi time at 8:30 as Miami hosts Charlotte, in which should be a really fun game in Fort Lauderdale. Miami's minus 260, Charlotte's 5-1, the draw's plus 370. All right. Miami's going to win to set up the big matchup with the Union, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Messi against Eastern champs is going to be a lot of fun if it happens. So I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at plus 120. Also at 8:30, Nashville, Minnesota. That game is being held in Nashville. Nashville's minus 165, Minis plus 370. The draw is plus 290. I like under 2.5 goals at plus 110. And last but not least, 10:30, you have LAFC against Monterrey. I'm sure LAFC is a big favorite. No, they're not. They're only plus 130. Monterrey's plus 180. Draws plus 230. How's Philadelphia a bigger favorite than LAFC? And how's Miami a bigger favorite than LAFC? And Nashville, which is nuts. So, Monterrey won the West Group 2. And they really have been on a hot run. I think this goes down to kicks. So I'm going to go with the draw at plus 230. And I think LAFC finds a way. And then the semifinals are sometime between Sunday and Tuesday. So, I don't know who will play when. But it'll be Miami, Philly, and LAFC, Nashville. We're going to have a rematch of the MLS Cup final in the final of this. That's what I think we're headed. Or Messi against LAFC would be a lot of fun too. It's going to be LAFC against the Miami Philly winner. That would be my guess. So, it's going to be a lot of fun these next couple days. And I'm looking forward to it for the Leagues Cup. The English Premier League is back. I'm only going to give out one pick on the podcast. That's for today's game. but we'll go over the rest of the weekend as well. So 3 o'clock, you have Burnley and Man City. Man City's favored minus 330. Burnley's plus 850. The draw's plus 460. This game, I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at plus 126. All right, Saturday, 7:30 a.m., Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. 10 o'clock, Bournemouth, West Ham. Brighton, Luton. Everton, Fulham. Sheffield United, Crystal Palace. And 12:30, Newcastle and Aston Villa. Sunday, 9 a.m., Brentford, Tottenham. And 11:30 is Chelsea, Liverpool. So that's your EPL for the weekend. And in La Liga, 1:30 of Almeria and Rayo. Almeria is plus 150. Valencia plus 190. The draw is plus 210. I'm going to go with Valencia plus 190 as a dog. Then 4 o'clock, you have Sevilla and Valencia. Sevilla's minus 110. Valencia's 3-1. The draw is plus 240. This is an interesting one. I'm going to go Sevilla at minus 110. All right, Saturday, 11 o'clock, Real Sociedad, Girona, 1:30, Las Palmas and Mallorca, and 3:30 on ABC. How about ABC getting a La Liga game? It's Athletic and Real Madrid, so they got a good one on their hands. And then Sunday, 11 a.m., Celta Vigo, Osasuna, 1:30, Villarreal and Betis, and 3:30 of Getafe and Barcelona. In League One, we have one game. You have Nice and Lille. Just gonna pull up League One real quick. Nice plus 150, Lille plus 175, draw plus 240. I'm going to go with the draw plus 240. Saturday, 11 a.m., Marseille and Reims. 3 o'clock, PSG and Lorient. I'm going to unveil my predictions for this league later in the day. 7 o'clock, Breton Lens. This is Sunday. 9 o'clock, Clermont-Foot and Monaco. Montpellier and Le Havre AC. Nantes and Toulouse. 11:05, Rennes and Metz, and 2:45, you have Strasbourg and Lyon. And then we also have Dutch Eredivisie. 2 o'clock today, we have FC Volendam and Vitesse. I don't have odds for this one, amazingly enough. And then Saturday, 10:30 PSV and FC Utrecht, 12:45 Heerenveen and RKC Waldwick, 2 o'clock Ajax and Heracles, and then 3 o'clock PEC Zwolle and Sparta. And then Sunday, 6:15 NEC and Excelsior, 8:30 AZ Alkmaar and the Go Ahead Eagles, Feyenoord and Fortuna, and 10:45 Almere City and FC Twente. Next, I'm going to do USL. Saturday's loaded. 7 o'clock, Miami FC, Indy, Pittsburgh, Hartford, 7:30 Birmingham, Sacramento, Detroit, Charleston, Tampa, Monterrey, 8 o'clock Louisville, Rio Grande, 9 o'clock New Mexico, San Antonio, 10 o'clock San Diego, Memphis, 10:30 Vegas, Loudoun, and 11 o'clock Phoenix and El Paso. So there you have it for the soccer today. Now we'll move on to the NFL preseason. We will go over yesterday's results and look ahead to a lot going on today in the preseason. Texans over the Patriots 20-9. Texans 1-0 in the preseason. Pats 0-1. C.J. Stroud struggled in his debut. 2 for 4, 13 yards and a pick. Davis Mills 9-12, 99 yards and a touchdown. Keith Keenum 9-14, 79 yards and a touchdown. And then for New England, getting the start was Bailey Zappi. 12 of 14, 79 yards. Trace McSorley 1 for 34 yards. And then Malik Cunningham 3 for 4, 19 yards and 5 for 34 on the ground. Zappi 1 for 6 on the ground. McSorley 1 for 3 on the ground. Seahawks over the Vikings 24-13. Minnesota 0-1, Seattle 1-0 in the preseason. Nick Mullen started for Minnesota 14-20, 139 yards and a touchdown. Jaron Hall was 6 of 14, 37 yards. And then Seattle, Drew Lock 17-24, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He played well. And Holton Allers 4 of 4, 43 yards and a touchdown, and 6 for 26 on the ground. Locke on the ground was 3 for 14. All right, a lot of games tonight. 7 o'clock, you have the Giants at the Lions from Detroit. I do not think we'll see Daniel Jones and C.J. Stroud. For the Giants, starting at quarterback will probably be Tyrod Taylor. And then we'll see former Syracuse quarterback Tommy DeVito. And then we'll see Jalen Hyatt, John Michael Schmitz. We'll probably see Evan Neal. We'll probably see Bryce Ford Wheaton, who a lot of people like. We'll see Trey Hawkins, first-round pick Deonte Banks. A couple undrafted free agents. Eric Gray on special teams. Detroit will see at quarterback, we're probably going to see Hendon Hooker get the start. That would be pretty cool. And then maybe we'll see former Nebraska and Kansas State quarterback Adrian Martinez too. We'll see rookie tight end Sam Laporta. We'll probably see Penny Sewell. Jahmyr Gibbs. We're probably going to see Jack Campbell. Brian Branch at the nickelback position. Broderick Martin at nose tackle. And then no rookies on special teams of note. The Giants are actually favored in this game by 2.5 points. Total's 34.5. I'm not sure. Hendon Hooker's first game. I kind of like the over in this game. I wanted to lay it with the Giants and talk myself into the rookie receivers putting on a show, but I like the over better, personally. NFL Network, Packers, Bengals. So I think the most interesting thing about this is whether Jordan Love will get the start or not. I think he does, and I think he should start. And then I think we'll probably see Sean Clifford from Penn State in there too. A lot of rookies. Jaden Reed, Luke Musgrave. I think we'll see the guys from last year, Watson and Dobbs. The other tight end, Tucker Kraft, we'll see. Dontavion Wicks, I think we'll see. We'll probably see Carrington Valentine on defense. First-round pick, Lucas Van Ness. Rookie kicker, Anders Carlson is Crosby finally retired. Finally. Matt Crosby retired. Colby Woolen, Carl Brooks, and then on the other side for the Bengals, we're obviously not going to see Joe Burrow all preseason, so getting the start will probably be former Bronco and Viking Trevor Siemian. We'll probably see former Washington quarterback Jake Browning in there as well. Rookie Chase Brown at running back. We'll see Charlie Jones and Andre Iosvis at receiver. Miles Murphy on the defensive side of the ball. DJ Turner, Jordan Battle, DJ Ivy. Brad Robbins on special teams. And then Jones obviously as a returner. So, Green Bay's favored. This line's probably telling you that Jordan Love is starting. And it's minus 320 on minus 3.5. Total's 35. This is a difficult one to gauge. But I think I'm going to go over with this one as well. Next up is Falcons-Dolphins. So, Desmond Ridder will probably start for Atlanta. And starting for Miami will probably be Mike White. I'd be surprised if we saw Tua in the preseason, personally. And then we'll probably see Skylar Thompson, who obviously played in the playoff game last year. We're going to see Cam Smith, the corner that the Dolphins took in the second round, in this game. We'll see Matt Bergeron, the new left guard on Atlanta. Bijan Robinson's obviously making his debut. Zach Harrison on the defensive end. Atlanta's a 2.5-point favorite. Total's 37. I'm laying it with Atlanta. I think Bijan's going to put on a show. They have some young receivers I like. Drake London's probably going to play. Although the case for Miami is that they have the better quarterback room. I get it. But backing up Desmond Ridder is Taylor Heineke, the former Commanders quarterback. So that's going to be interesting. So I'm willing to lay points with the Atlanta Falcons today. Steelers-Buccaneers. Kenny Pickett. Will we see Kenny Pickett? Maybe one series because he's a year 2 quarterback. But he's the best year 2 quarterback going in the next year, in my opinion. So I bet you we see him maybe for a series. But if he doesn't start, it'll obviously be Mitch Trubisky, followed by Mason Rudolph. We'll see the rookie Broderick Jones at left tackle, who they drafted. I think we'll probably see George Pickens. Pat Freiermuth and Najee Harris, maybe. Keanu Benton, the rookie nose tackle, we'll see. Joey Porter, we'll see for Pittsburgh. And for the Bucs, I'm sure Baker Mayfield will probably get the start. And then we'll see Kyle Trask and John Wolford follow. We're going to see Cody Mauch make his debut, Kalijah Cansey, Yaya Diaby at linebacker, Trey Palmer at receiver. I don't think we'll see Evans or Godwin today. We'll probably see Luke Goedeke at right tackle in terms of young guys. I assume the Steelers are favored in this game, and they're favored by 3, totals 39.5. I'll lay the 3 at Pittsburgh. Better quarterback room, better receivers, better talent, I feel like is going. So I'm going to lay the 3 with the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Bucs. 7:30 Commanders-Browns. I think it's going to be Sam Howell, and I don't think we'll see Watson. I think it's probably going to be Josh Dobbs and DTR. And I know Kellen Mond started the Hall of Fame game, so maybe we'll see all 3 of them. We talked about their young guys the other day. And then the Commanders, like I said, Sam Howell will probably get the start. We're probably going to see some rookies on the offensive line, Ricky Stormberg and Braden Daniels. We're probably going to see rookie Chris Rodriguez get some reps at running back. Brian Robinson's probably going to play. Jahan Dotson's probably going to play. Emmanuel Forbes, the rookie corner, we'll see. Chartavius Martin, we're probably going to see him too. Browns are 3-point favorites, total 38.5. I think that total's high. I like the under. And last but not least, Broncos Cardinals at 10 o'clock on the NFL Network. We will not see Russell Wilson or Kyler Murray. So it's probably going to be Jarrett Stidham for Denver. And for Zona, it's probably going to be Colt McCoy. And then we'll see a former Houston quarterback Clayton Tune in there as well. Paris Johnson we'll see. tonight. John Gaines, Dante Stills on defense. Now on the other side with Denver, Marvin Mims will get some reps at receiver. He's slated to start for them now with Tim Patrick hurt yet again. A lot of undrafted rookies looking for playing time. Drew Sanders on defense, as well as Riley Moss on Denver. And then Mims is going to see some time on special teams as well. And then in terms of lines, Denver's favored by a whopping 5.5. Total is 37.5. I don't know. That's very high for a preseason game. Very high. I like the under. And then Saturday's preseason games, I'm not going to go in depth with the rosters. So 1 o'clock Colts, Bills, Titans, Bears, Jets, Panthers at 4, NFL Network. 5 o'clock Jags, Cowboys, 7 o'clock NFL Network, Eagles, Ravens, 9 o'clock NFL Network, Chargers, Rams. Sunday, 1 o'clock NFL Network, Chiefs, Saints, and 4 o'clock NFL Network, Niners, Raiders. So, I know Anthony Richardson's making his debut for the Colts. Titans, Bears, will we see the guy they drafted? And then we'll probably see Malik Willis, too, amazingly enough. Oh, the kid from Kentucky. Jets, Panthers, we're not going to see Rodgers, but we see Bryce Young. Jags, Cowboys, we won't see Trevor Lawrence or Dak Prescott. Eagles, Ravens, it'll probably be backups in that game too. Chargers, Rams, we won't see Herbert or Matt Stafford, obviously. And then Chiefs, Saints, we won't see Derek Carr or Mahomes. We'll see the backups. So we'll see the backup on the Chiefs that played in the Super Bowl last year for a second. Oh, he's gone. It's Blaine Gabbert's now their backup. And then Niners, Raiders, Sam Darnold's probably going to play in that game, so that's pretty interesting. All right, now move on to golf. I want to spend a lot of time on football today with the preseason. We'll go over the leaderboard for the FedEx St. Jude. Your leader right now with the score of 7 under is Mr. Jordan Spieth. Second right now with the score of 6 under is Tom Kim. Tied for third with 5 under is Colin Morikawa and Emiliano Grillo. Tied for 5th with 4 under is pretty big group. I'm going to do notables. Lucas Glover, Eric Cole, JT Potson, Adam Stephenson, Taylor Moore, Tommy Fleetwood, Kurt Katayama, Xander Schauffele, Aaron Ray, and Cam Davis. Tied for 15th with 3 under, Nate Hardy, Taylor Hogue, Mackenzie Hughes, Cam Young, Adam Hadwin, Ben Goodon, Brendan Todd, Heath Iglia, Sanjay M, Corey Connors, Phil McCarthy, Ryan Henley, Keegan Bradley, Tony Finau, Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Hayden Buckley, and Hideki Matsuyama and Victor Norman. Tied for 34th with 2 under, Adam Pondam, Lucas Hodges, Siwoo Kim, Patrick Cantlay, Jason Day, Max Homa, Sam Ryder. Tied for 41st with 1 under, Adam Schenk, Mark Hubbard, Stefan Yeager, Scott Stevens, Matt Neesmith, and Brent Griffin. Tied for 47th at even. Harry English, Alex Smalley, Patrick Rogers, Ricky Fowler, Wyndham Clark, Keith Mitchell, J.J. Spawn. Tied for 54th with 1 over. Seamus Power, Chris Kirk, Nate Taylor, Brian Harmon, B.U. Hosler, Thomas Dietrich. Tied for 59th with 2 over with Seb Straka, Tyrell Hatton, Victor Hovind, Brandon Wu, Matt Kuchar. Tied for 65th with 3 over Matt Fitzpatrick, Sam Burns, John Rahm. 68th with 4 over Taylor Montgomery. 69th with 5 over Davis Riley. 70th with 6 over is Justin Rose. All right, now move on to NASCAR. We have a couple of races this weekend. We'll start with the trucks tonight, 9 o'clock, from Lucas Oil on Fox Sports 1. Um, so, um, we do not have the starting grid available. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get the odds up here. I got it. So for tonight's race, the T-Sport 200. Let's go with Christian X at 12-1. Xfinity tomorrow evening, 5:30 on USA from Indy. So the funny thing is that Trucks is racing somewhere different from Cup and Xfinity, but they're all in Indy. So the Pennzoil 150. I'm gonna go with Austin Hill at 18-1. I think that's a good pick. And then the Cup Series race Sunday 2:30 on NBC from Indy. So the Cup Series gets the big NBC from Indy. So for this race, I can't believe that Shane Van Gisbergen is plus 550 to win this race. That's overvalued. So my pick to win the Verizon 200 at Brickyard. I can't believe Kyle Busch is 11-1. I can't pass that up. So I'm going Kyle Busch 11-1 to win the Verizon 200 at the Brickyard. Right now, let's go to the news and notes for today. So media news to kick it off. Diana Rossini is leaving ESPN to join The Athletic. That is an enormous loss for ESPN. Enormous. She is a rising star in the industry. She's been a big part of their coverage. She's gotten some stories correct in the past. Friend of the show, George Brew, knows her. So congratulations go out to Diana Rossini on her new adventure. Looking forward to following her at The Athletic. I think she's wonderful, and The Athletic's gain is ESPN's loss. And Adam Schefter just broke news that the Raiders are signing former Chiefs running back Damian Williams. So that's an interesting signing for them, considering the Josh Jacobs situation. Joey Bosa's on a wild diet as he says he's eating up to 5,000 calories a day to bulk up. We talked about Anthony Richardson starting Saturday against the Bills. So, more media news. The NFL Red Zone and NFL Network is going direct to customer for $14.99 a month. That's part of the league's new streaming plan. That's crazy. '49ers special teamer Ray McCloud broke his wrist, and he's missing 8 weeks. That's a big loss for the Niners on special teams. Texas lands number 1 edge rusher Cole Simmons has nuclear playmaking ability as one of the top pass rushers in the country. So that's a big ad for Texas for down the road. So the Pac-12 blindsided by the moves as Oregon and Washington made intention to leave Big Ten known minutes before Friday's meeting. So the Mountain West is eyeing Oregon State and Wazoo if the ACC adds Cal and Stanford. So there you go. Rest in peace, Pac-12. So some basketball stuff. Victor Wembanyama becomes the highest rated rookie in NBA 2K history. That's not surprising. Giannis is not playing in the World Cup as he rehabs from his left knee injury, as he went to undergo tests on it, and then he had surgery in July. So Nike unveils a Halo Kobe shoe, as Vanessa Bryant created the Halo concept to honor Kobe's birthday each year. That's great, and Kobe's birthday is coming up. And by the way, if you didn't see the video of Taylor Swift giving her hat to Kobe's daughter, you are going to bawl your eyes out. That was just surreal. I know Taylor does that every show that she does. She gives a lucky fan a hat. But the fact that she gave the hat to Kobe's daughter, that warmed my heart. And that's a moment Bianca Bryant is never going to forget for the rest of her life. And same for Vanessa. And same for her older sister that was also at the concert. So the NBA tip-off schedule got leaked. So how about this? Lakers, Nuggets, and Suns, Warriors is the TNT doubleheader on October 24th. Would have that been my guess? No. I would have said somebody against the Celtics, and I would have said Lakers, Nuggets would be the later game. I would have probably predicted Heat, Celtics, or Celtics at the Heat, and then Suns, or not the Suns, the Warriors, Lakers, Nuggets. So the two conference finals rematches is what I thought it was going to be. But I was right about Lakers, Nuggets, but wrong time slot. And that's according to Sham. So a couple schedule notes. Phil Mickelson says that he never bet on the Ryder Cup as he denies placing bet on Team USA in 2012. He says, "I would never undermine the integrity of the game," he said. So he's denying it. The QMJHL bans fighting as the Junior Hockey League announces that they've prevented physical and psychological violence this upcoming season. Wow. That takes a big part of the game away. So the Tyler Adams Chelsea deal fell through as an agreement with Leeds couldn't be reached. That's crazy. And Harry Kane to Bayern Munich on a 4-year contract as he leaves Tottenham for Bayern Munich. So that is a big deal. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. There's one that absolutely jumped out to me while doing the baseball picks, and I said, there it is, there's best bet. And I'm going to lay a fifth of a unit on over 8.5 between the Dodgers and the Rockies. Lance Lynn's been terrible this year. So is Austin Gomber. And it makes sense. So I'm going to lay a fifth of a unit on over 8.5 between the Rockies and the Dodgers for my best bet of the day. All right, so there you have it for the show. I'll be back later today with picks for the Dutch Eredivisie and French League One for their respective seasons. And then Monday, I'll have my regular show with all the FIFA and Leagues Cup from the weekend, and baseball, NFL preseason, and all that fun. And next week we're gonna start the position rankings for football. So Wednesday's gonna be quarterbacks, Thursday's gonna be running backs, Friday's gonna be wide receivers next week, and we'll take it from there. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody.